Now, if you're moving slow with the body going through the golf ball and you feel that weak stall out of body, flippy arm move going through there to make up for it, I have got the best tip out there for you that nobody talks about. And this is going to speed up your body going through the golf ball to then hit the ball, one, straighter through the better body rotation, and two, longer for the more speed. So let's get to it. Now, what we're going to talk about here is the left shoulder, as the left shoulder is the driver of your body speed going through the golf ball. The slower that left shoulder moves going through the ball, the weaker you're going to hit it, which I see so often for golfers. The ones who have maybe their body might move great early, but then everything slows down going through the golf ball. You'll see that left shoulder completely slow down its movement and all hands and arms taking over. So that's where we see the better rotators and the better body movers going through the golf ball who create all that whip. That left shoulder really speeds up. So what we're talking about with the movement is we want that left shoulder to be going up and around. So up and around. That is the movement that really propels the club and whips it through the golf ball, but keeps everything else. When that left shoulder goes up, you'll have the opposite movement of the right shoulder dropping down. So again, left shoulder up, right shoulder naturally drops down, right side bend, nice stuff. And that gets that club face stable through that body rotation, but it also picks up all that speed. This is a separator between those who swing fast through the golf ball without much effort and those who don't. So just to double down for you guys here, before I go and explain exactly how to do this with the fills and drills, let me hit two balls here. One with having that left shoulder not going up and around. I mean, it still will, it'll just be very slow. And the other one, really getting it go up and around. So let's hit two shots and see the distance. So that was the one. I mean, you can just see from how I'm moving through the golf ball there, that rotation is so anchored. And as you can see, distance not too great. So I can absolutely get more out of my 8-iron there. And let's go for another one. So this is really going to be that left shoulder up and around, really speeding it up. We can see much better of a big turn going through that golf ball. Way more, let's say, unrestricted distance, a hell of a lot better. So what I actually did there, even though I wanted my left shoulders to speed up, I actually didn't think of anything about my left shoulder. It was all about my left leg, as the left leg is the driver of the left side. So if I go and grab that ball that just flew right back here, what I was trying to do on that better one, this is all the players who move better going through the golf ball, is I was trying to snap on my left leg going through the ball. So as soon as I got to shaft parallel, I just tried to snap, really straighten it. Why that affected the left shoulder is because when I straighten that left leg going through impact, it elongates and lengthens the left side of my body, left side extension. So when that happens, the left shoulder is going to go up, but it is also going to go around. So that's that rotational bit. The better and faster I snap that left leg, the quicker that left shoulder is going to move. Now, a lot of you will be thinking, well, I don't want to extend going through the golf ball. That's, early extension. Now, early extension obviously happens a lot earlier in a downswing. But here's the thing. Like we said earlier, when that left side goes into extension, getting that left shoulder to go up and around, the right side is going to do the opposite of extension, flexion. So that's that right side dropping down. So that's why this is such a good move, because it not only gets your left shoulder going, it gets your right shoulder dropping down also. So snapping that left leg from here with my 8-iron. So with all irons, shaft parallel to the ground, into the ball, snap it, driver. This is great for driver, of course, but we want to do it a little bit more mid-downswing, around left arm parallel, maybe slightly after, snap it. So let's go for one more. Let's get to some drills. So one more shot, just to really have a look here at this distance it can produce. A little look at the slow-mo as well, and then straight into the drills to get this into your swing. So guys, I've got two drills for you to use here. One's a classic of the channel, and the other one I've talked about a little bit, but it's brilliant for left side extension. So let's go into that one first. So, okay, what I'm doing here, I am grabbing a club. So usually it'll be about a wedge. So I've got my gap wedge here. What I'm doing, I'm putting it underneath my right heel, but then I am getting the shaft of the club and putting it right behind my left calf. So again, club underneath the right heel, shaft of that club behind my left calf there. So my whole goal here now is to get my left leg hitting that club behind me, so hitting the shaft. Now, my ideal feel for this to get me doing it at the right time is feeling like my left leg is hitting that club behind me as soon as I can. Now, even though we said, okay, when do we want that shaft, or when do we want the left leg, sorry, to go and straighten going through the shot? At shaft parallel through the ball. But I just said, get yourself hitting that club behind your left leg as soon as possible. It just happens a little bit later. You've got to feel it quite extreme with this drill to get it actually happening going through impact. So I might be feeling it right as I start the downswing, but that will get me moving and that will get me doing it actually at the right time, a little bit of the delayed effect. But as you can see, even just me demonstrating, look at that, really straightens up that left leg there. So, okay, let's hit a ball. Really make sure I'm trying to feel like I'm hitting that as soon as I can with my left leg, but it's going to go a little bit more through the golf ball. Really nice. Great drill for a hip opener as well. And why I like this for opening your hips, because it keeps your right side back as well. You won't do any of this funny spinning out business because the club's going to drop from underneath your heel. You want to keep it underneath your heel all the way until post impact. So it's a very good multi-purpose drill. So let me hit just one more. So again, get that just behind your left leg. And then we want to hit it with the left leg as soon as we can. Let that club go after impact. Brilliant. So, okay, what we want to do now, we've done this drill. Now we want to get into the classic. So this is one also I've had on the channel this week with one of my students where we were talking about. So this is the best one for training the movement every time. And that is having your golf club or having your alignment stick, placing it just on the outside of your foot line, and it is directly on your foot line. And then all we want to do there is get the stick elevating into the air just via straightening your left leg. So all you're doing, straightening the left leg, and you can see how that stick is going to elevate into the air right around where kind of like a driver ball position would be. But you can see how it's training that left leg to snap, going through to the left shoulder. See how it's going up and around. So like we said, we're not really going to have too much success just by thinking left shoulder going up and around. It's more going to be via that left side. So if we could do a ton of those. So the most important thing when it comes to drills, guys, is to do a lot of it. When you're out on the golf course or even you're practicing, if you're just hitting balls without thinking, like you should be out on the golf course, you're only going to do what you're used to doing. Whatever movement you've had the most repetitions in is what you're going to do. So that's where, if we could do a ton of the drills, really get a ton of repetitions in, we're going to up our chances of getting these moves into our golf swing on the golf course. So left side snapping, that's going to make that left shoulder go up and around. That's going to massively increase not only our distance because of our body turn going through the golf ball, it's also going to increase our accuracy. So absolutely, guys, if you enjoyed the video, click the like button. If you want more golf instruction, just like this, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button too to be notified every time I put out a video.